Alrighty, so in today's video, we're going to cover how exactly I come up with my population estimates and tracking. We're just going to run through this one quick time here. We'll do with Fiona Vi. This account is not active right now, so I can't get to some of the restricted servers that require pay to play. But Fiona Vi is one of the most populated servers. So what we're going to do is we're going to load into here, and I have a series of macros in the game that I use to join a bunch of different channels. And then I record the data in a spreadsheet like you see here. And it's pretty simple. The only thing that's difficult about this, if it's difficult as all, is I like to have enough data points. Normally I have, I think there's 7 spaces in here, but usually 7 to 10 columns here of data that I track to get kind of an accurate depiction. And bear with me because I don't usually use this computer for recording, so I had to quick set up this environment. And it's going to be a little bit weird because usually I don't have Everquest on the same screen as where I put the data in because that's kind of inefficient. But I'll just show you real quick how it's done using the class channels. There is a trick using just the general chat channels to get a quick estimate. But as people point out, people are more likely to leave the general chats than they are the class channels. So I got this window nice and big like this. This is already preset. I have this macro here for leaving, and it just leaves 5 channels. So I start off fresh, just leave all the channels I'm in. See, I'm not in any channels. Then I have 4 join macros, and this is full of just basically joining all the class channels. There's actually 16 channels, so it's a little bit funky. You can be in 10 channels at a time. So basically what I'll do is I'll just click join 1, and then join 2. And see all these numbers here? They're on these class channels. I'm going to move this to the side, but I'm going to use the data for the sheet. Okay, so say Bard, 85. I just come in here, 85. And then Beast Lord was next at 58. Berserker, 43. Cleric, 66. Druid, 58. Enchanter, 61. Magician, 109. Monk, 28. Necromancer, 51. Paladin, 34. Now, the only thing with these numbers is obviously I'm an extra player in each channel, so if you're going to do this accurately, this would actually be, 84, 57. Got to take yourself back out. So then I got that first round of 10, which I was telling you, 16 fit in here. I'll click leave, and I'll click it again, and it leaves all 10 channels. Then I'll go to join 3, and my join 4 button, which just is the last wizard. I'll move this over again so I can collect this data. So then we have the Ranger at 64, the Rogue at 59, Shadow Knight 105, Shaman 77, and Warrior 52. Wizard is at 20. Obviously, all those are 1 less. So then what we have here is the total for that time frame. If you look at the top here, the time on 10/25 at 4 p.m., well, total population was 970. The spreadsheet already has percentage breakdowns. You can see all the different percentages breaking out here, and then this is the total amount collected. This will continue to add up as this goes. Now, I don't obviously want to check, at 4 p.m. tomorrow, 4 p.m. I want it to stagger. So when I'm doing something like this, I might come back at 10 p.m. I might come back at 4 a.m., 8 a.m. I kind of mix it through, but I try to get at least 7 to 10 data points across maybe a few days or a week, or weekends are usually really good because that's when the most players are typically on. Yeah, and that's it. And then if you look at the bottom of this graph here, the spreadsheet, you can see I'll make other sheets for averages. This one was for sorting a graph, but then obviously the graphs and all the data I'll pull in here and make these charts. And then I have historical ones for all the different servers. And then if I go back a little bit further, these are the TLP ones. This was done with general chats, so that's why there's not a class breakdown. The class breakdown though is actually more accurate. And I know some people get in there and say, oh, tons of people leave the class channels. They really don't. I've been playing Everquest since it came out in '99. I can't even remember a time I've actually left a class channel. Sometimes I've left general chat if it got too spammy, but for the most part, I would just kind of ignore the chat windows or send it to another window, send all the chat to another window. Especially early on, general chat can be used for selling stuff, porting, that type of stuff. So it does get kind of spammy. However, the number of people that actually leave even general chat, I would say it's less than 5%, if even 1%. And the people that actually leave the class channels, it's really far less than 1%. So this is actually a pretty accurate depiction. Some people do leave. And quite the opposite effect happens on the lesser populated servers, like some of the live servers that actually have less than 400 people. 400 people is the maximum that can join a general chat. So basically everyone in the server will be in general chat on some of these servers, and that's how they use to find groups and other things of that nature. So yeah, that's how the data is collected. Just so you guys know, I don't just make the stuff up in my videos and then I just kind of take that data and then make some analysis. It does take a little bit of time. Like I said, you just can't log in. I would never make a video just using this data alone. I'd have to get all the data points and something to compare it to. So this making of this video and the data is actually a several day process. But as I said, I would make a video showing you how I collected this data, and here it is. So thanks for watching, and feel free to like, subscribe, or comment.
We got P99, we got TLP, we got private servers and tests that's free. Some of us pay, some of us don't, some of us play, some of us won't. Did you just break my mess? Did you just train me? Did you just miss a healing? Are you gonna rest me? And please I need a sow, and please I need a rest. Please I need that sword, I'll take what you got.